Guess we're just gonna hop into Russian cash unless there's something available on coin poker, but I don't think so. Yeah, let's do Russian cash. He's checking here. We're not really supposed to stab this one.
I think this.
But people just check fold too much.
A nice one to look up in the solver later.
Which one?
Ace 9-9. You're blocking like a lot of straights.
Yeah, but we don't hold the heart, so I think the solver wouldn't do it. But in general, checking ranges are too weak here, so you can stab with total air a little bit more. And people are not really used to stabbing total air. We're 3-betting here, like flat calling also fine with weaker aces. We're in a very tough spot here. Deep stacked, out of position, so... And this, of course, is one of the things we try to accomplish by 3-betting. So in this pool, people don't have 4-betting ranges or no 4-bet bluff ranges. So a hand like this, maybe flat calling is fine, but this guy is pretty wild, so I think we're kind of inclined to get it in pre-flop. Also, if you do end up getting it in pre-flop against a tight range, it's always going to be aces that are better than yours, so that's another good reason to flat call it.
Deuce 9. Ay, ay, ay.
And this Bisley guy is the wildest one, so we're gonna 3-bet him with a plethora of hands. 3-betting this hand is slightly losing, but being heads up against this guy is winning. So for that reason we can go pretty wild. I'm not 3-betting this hand always, but I think the combination when we have a lower flush draw actually goes for a better 3-bet, and then we would flat call with the king high flush draw. Here we can check back, rolling the king of hearts as well, blocking the jack. No, I think a small bet is fine. Kind of blocking everything, give our opponent a reason to shove on us. Also allow ourselves to bet small for value in position. On the button we still defend quite wide. We have the best position. Position is power in poker. Here we check back. Don't really need protection. It's nice to check back with strong hands every now and then. So that's something that really doesn't happen in the pool. So if you see someone checking back in position there, you can start going pretty crazy. Ace on the turn, we're blocking one ace. Very hard for him to come up with bluffs here, but of course, never ever folding this combo. Turns up with the ace king.
You want me to put this away, bro?
No, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it.
Put it here so you don't...
Okay. Okay, here this is an interesting spot where we have showdown value, but then not that much. And if we do want to find bluffs here, I think this is a nice one. So we're just gonna blast it off. I think he's gonna hold a lot of aces with a flush draw or 10. Sometimes we just have to go for it. It's very hard to find enough bluffs here. We do get a quick call. Wow. 8 high flush. What?
Nothing.
That's a crazy call, right?
Yeah, it is.
Especially in the assume pool, like other people always have the nuts there.
He wasn't even thinking about it, right?
No, he snap called.
Can you play for 15 minutes and you need to play every hand with a deuce in it?
We can do it.
Yeah, would be fun, right?
After this one.
Yeah.
We started now. 10 minutes.
Ah, that's my boy.
Okay, never deuce with a lose. Never lose with a deuce. Also, we can't fold, huh? To 3 bets then. Right?
Okay, that's my boy. Mamma mia! Pot bet.
I think it's better to... oh, this is a deuce. We have to raise this one.
Streaming.
We're streaming. Streaming
Good
Jessica. Gonna raise. Oh, he folds. Unbelievable. Flat calling also fine.
And now I'm leaving Turkey and I put you on this quest.
Yeah, but it's going great.
Yeah?
Won twice already.
Yeah.
2 out of 2.
And they will probably love it, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
9 minutes left. Never lose with the deuce quest.
You need to play every hand when he have a deuce in his hand, you know?
I mean, we're gonna cap it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to overcall against an open and a 3-bet and stuff. It has to be within...
Now you're speaking, huh?
It has to be within...
Yeah.
Antiment666 is saying, are you aware of the scandal in the ACR poker professional team with Ebony Kenny? If you know, then I'm very interested in your opinion. Should she be expelled from her team for such cases of violation of the rules of the game? Okay, let me start with, of course it's super stupid to have software open while you're playing, especially considering you're representing team ACR. So If we're looking at a punishment, I think it's better to just ban them for a certain amount of time. Getting rid of her from the team seems a bit tough. But then also, like, everyone is jumping on it, everyone is screaming how it's the most horrible thing ever, but it's very easy to make a mistake like this, especially if you're studying on the same computer that you're grinding on. It's very easy to be shouting from the sidelines, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people have had the same thing happen to them. This is a spot where we probably do not have enough equity. Like, our 10s double back the flush draw give us 20% equity. We're up against aces most of the time. We need 33%. We do have a backdoor straight draw, maybe 25. So yeah, we need 34, probably have 25. If he does not have aces, we have more, of course. So we're going to call. This is probably slightly losing call, but I'm just trying to prove my point here. Now he has the queens, so yeah, obviously in this one spot we have more, but you have to see, or you have to look at all the hands that he has there, and if we have enough equity against those hands in the long term. I think this one is close. Against aces we have 25, against him having kings, which is unlikely since we block 2. We have great equity, and then queens, which are not super likely. We have decent equity as well. Kitsune. This would be a 3-bet if it were later positions, but here the spot as well, like, we just have to find our bluff with this king high hand. We have queens, kings in the spot still. If we bet small, we're not allowed to bluff too much. That's also another big mistake that people make, value bluffing too much. Now it becomes too easy for your opponent to just call enough. It probably works fine here in the pool. What, if any, positives do you take away from the Galfond Challenge? Do you think the notoriety helped you? Yeah, it's given me a lot of opportunities down the line. Of course, being able to play those coin poker games was partly because of the Galfond Challenge. I actually think it was a net positive for my career. I lost money, of course, in the Galfond Challenge, and not being able to play in those COVID games was quite painful. But it made me a way better poker player. I think after that I really started taking poker seriously. Before that I was just a hobbyist that happened to be good at poker, and after that I became a professional, it feels like. So overall pretty happy with the experience. Here we have the nuts, but we're super deep, so just gonna call, see a turn, and then decide. Here we're going to bet big and then shut down on the river. So there's a lot of positive takeaways from playing against Phil, but yeah, if I could do it again, I would do it differently for sure. Here I feel like we can bet for value after getting checked to twice. He does find the check raise. Yeah, against these guys we have to be careful doing this. It's probably not a bad idea to fold there, but people are going to be so tight with the check ranges and not find bluffs at all. So with this guy we have to be a little bit careful. Also now we're bluffing into a super strong range. I'm just going to give this one up, but yeah, most of the time I'm going to be very strong there. Against naked tens we have a lot of outs, but it's definitely a spot where this pool will lack having enough bluffs by such a huge margin that you can start overfolding there a lot, especially with made hands. Raising and calling both fine. Here this guy should not have too many aces. He's 3-betting them most of the time. By flat calling we allow him to enter the pot. We're not folding here, but looks pretty strong, his line. 51%. That's nice. Need a heart or a board pair to win this pot. Ace also fine. sure we get to c-bet here 100% and then figure it out. So since it's very hard to have bluffs here, this is a hand we can potentially bluff with, I think. In this run out, of course, we don't have much showdown value, so I think we're betting again, but it's a bit of a weird spot. It's incredibly hard to have enough bluffs here, so it's kind of nice to really force yourself to have a couple. 9-9, 5-7, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Do you like listening to classical music during streams and in general in life? I don't listen to classical music much at all, but I do. I think it's quite nice to listen to it. Sometimes on the radio you stumble upon a station that has classical music and has something to it. Ooh, trouble hand. Okay, so this guy is 3-betting 5%. This guy is overcalling and leading, so most likely holding an ace. I'm going to go ahead and conclude that this guy then sometimes doesn't have aces, but yeah, of course, he does have them sometimes. I guess we just flopped too strong this time to fold. Okay, that's unfortunate. In my head, it sounded nice, but I mean, I'm not folding a second set there at this SPR. That's probably kind of close. No, we're betting here, but we're kind of short. Maybe better to check that hand when we're short. Yeah, we get a lead from our opponent. I think we just call. Our opponent hit the set on the turn. Nice lead, probably. If you always do it, it's too much, but it's probably fine. It wasn't our session per se, but I'm pretty happy with how I played. Of course, sometimes I went out of my way to prove my point here, which backfired pretty hard this session. Basically in every spot that I tried to apply pressure, we got pushback. Okay, 8-9. I'm sure we can have plenty of leads on this one. Going to lead for pot size, which is not convenient, I guess, or not the size suggested by the solver. But I feel that's what works the best in that spot, this spot. So just gonna do it. Get our money in, slightly ahead, not that much. And we do hold. First of 10 rush and cash sessions that you're down. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. We're running very good. I've actually been winning more money than I should win. Here is an overview coming of the session. We actually won money in expected value. With the rake, we're probably losing pretty big though. Down $300 at least. Probably in reality more like $500 or $600. Yeah, I mean, things didn't really go my way. We were on the bad side of some setups. Whenever I tried to apply pressure, it didn't really work out. So all in all, not a bad result for a not so good session. I'll collect all of the graphs that we have for Russian cash. Let's see how many hands we played. Feels like 5,000 or something. So here you can see it, 5,000 hands roughly played, $5,000 in EV, which is $1 a hand. It's a great result, of course, but again, this graph does not include rake, and the rake is quite steep. If it's 15 big blinds per 100 hands, it's 30 cents a hand. So you'll have to deduct quite a bit of money, and we ran super hot at the start of this. So you can draw your own conclusions. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll be jetting off to Jeju. We'll make a nice little vlog there. Thanks for showing some love in the chat, words of support, and I'll try to bring a Triton trophy home. Ciao.